Hey friends and neighbors, this is Craig Cropper here with the Racing Show. Today we got special guest Bobby Buttrey from Fairview, Tennessee. Native son, lived here his whole life, lives in Dixon now I think, but he has a pretty rich racing past and we're going to talk with him a little bit. So going over the week's news, so there's not much going on in short track racing. I mean, they did race at Duck River this last week on Sunday. It was cold. I did see on Facebook who won, but I can't really remember who that was. So, but it was a sunny day anyway, but just pretty cool. And Daytona 500 winner, William Byron, I think, won that. It's a good race, a lot of wrecks. Body men love it. They get to fix every single car. So plenty of work for them. And then the Xfinity race, Alex Hill or
Austin
Hill. Austin Hill won that. You said it's 3 in a row, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And our guy, Klingerman, Parker Klingerman, fell out. I think it got involved in one of those first wrecks and didn't get to finish. But well, our first race is going to be at Homewald on March the 14th and 15th. That's Friday and Saturday night, 2-day show. See folks come out and visit us out there. It's going to be close, hour for us drive. So that's about as close as we're going to be around the Fairview. So look forward to seeing everybody. We're going to try to practice on March the 9th at Homewald if the weather cooperates, and this time of year just can't tell. It might be snowing or it might be 75, so just have to wait and see how that pans out. But we are going to be at Homewald. That's going to be our first race of the year with the 360. So Bobby, you grew up here in Fairview. Everybody knows your dad, James Buttrey, and so you grew up right here. And what year were you born?
I was born in 1987.
1987. Well, and the old 87 come through there, huh?
It did.
So what year did you start racing go-karts?
It was 96 or 97. We ran about a year or so.
And how old was you?
7.
7 years old. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you played.
Take back. It was 95 or 96. I was 7, 8, right there, close to. I don't think I was quite 10 yet.
Did you race on dirt or pavement?
We ran pavement and dirt.
Pavement and dirt.
Yep. Yeah. Dad didn't let me run too many circle tracks on asphalt because it was too fast for me, he said. But we finally got around and ran Highland Rim, ran Jackson, was a flat track. So we done some road course racing and dirt racing.
Yeah. So then you went so you raced go-karts how many years?
1.
1 year.
Yeah.
And then you took a break and didn't race again till you raced the Legends. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we stayed in the race shop the whole time, working on Wade's late model and helping in there. And then when Dad started helping Scott, I helped with him, and we started driving. We got a Legend car in 2005. Yeah. Ran a few races in 05 and then came out, ran a full season in 06.
Now, how old was you at that point?
I was 17.
17. So you ran the Legends cars 2 years, and what kind of success did you have in that?
In 05, we just ran a handful of races, just getting started, getting our feet wet. And I think we wound up with 1 top 5 in those few races up in Kentucky. And then 2006, we had a pretty good year. We ended up winning the championship, which my 2 teammates, I'm pretty sure it was 1, 2, and 3 in the points with Tim Mangrum and Chris, my brother. Yeah. So we had a pretty good year.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Chris. I got it in my notes here. So Chris raced the Legends the same time you did. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Both years, or did he race?
He just ran in 06. Was the full year, yeah.
Yeah. So, boy, that's pretty good if you can, fish in 1, 2, 3. Now, that series, where was it entailed at?
That was mainly at Nashville, where we raced. Yeah, that year, at the end of the year, we went to the Nationals, which was at Lanier Speedway in Georgia, which that was a good time. Everybody best in the country was there. We had I think I finished in the top 20 that race. That was a very fast track.
Yeah.
Very fast.
I've raced sprint cars there.
So getting used to that place was, in just a couple of days, couple of practice sessions was a lot, but we really enjoyed it. It was a good time.
Well, so then after you, so you had good success in the Legends cars. So then, what year did you race the trucks?
We got in the trucks in 2008. Was my rookie season. I kind of took a year off, transitioning from school to work, adulthood, and Josh ran the truck in 07. Still helped Dad and them and Scott on the truck there. And then in 2008, I had the opportunity to get behind the wheel and go from there.
So, so you were about 21 then?
Yeah, give or take or so.
Yeah. So then the first year, how did your first year pan out? So you won Rookie of the Year, I think you told me.
Yeah, we won Rookie of the Year
at Nashville.
At Nashville, which back then, was running a full schedule, running every weekend.
So who's some of the guys that ran? Did Tandy run in that series at that point, or?
Tandy, I think, came back and maybe raced 1 or 2 races that year with another fella. But you had the Boldens, Blake Williams, Jesse Williams, the Carters came every now and then.
Yeah. So pretty tough competition.
Yeah, Daniel Victory, he was there. He was my toughest competition.
Yeah.
He was stout every week. Every week in and out. So he was a hard one to beat. Now,
did you win any races in your inaugural year that you won the rookie?
Yeah, we had. See here, I think we won every third race, and we had 5. I believe we ended up with 5 wins that year.
The first year. Boy, that's Bobby. That's phenomenal.
Well, I had a cheat code. It's called a great team and a great crew chief.
Yeah.
So I had 3 really good coaches between Scott, Wade, and Dad. So I felt like I'd already ran 100,000 laps on the track before I got in the seat. So with their help, it was I was able to adapt pretty quick and have their knowledge, talking to me on the radio, which Dad, spectacular crew chief. I mean, I had a rocket ship every week.
Yeah.
I was just the lucky driver that sat behind the wheel.
Yeah. So the next year you raced, you won the track championship, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We came out in 2009 and with a goal in mind, we was going to lead it from race 1, and we did. We won the first race in 2009, ended up with 6 or 7 wins that year as well, several poles, and we was very fortunate and very lucky. We didn't tear the truck up very much. I think in the 2 years we was in 2 accidents that gave us damage. We had a blown right front racing hard with a guy 1 year, and then one race, and then another race, a guy got loose underneath me. We made contact with the wall, tore up the radiator. That was our only DNF. Was that race? Dad and them beat the radiator in as well as they could, and we made laps until she wouldn't make laps anymore.
Yeah. Did it blow the motor up, or?
It didn't blow it up, but
it didn't help it. No.
But it came out after that race.
It did. Yeah.
She was a little warm.
Yeah. Well, that's I tell you what, when you can have that kind of success just right off the bat, and then so you're in the electrical field, right?
Yes, sir. I'm a lineman. Yes, sir.
A lineman. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And so you live in Dixon now?
Yep.
Yeah. Just built a new shop.
Built a new house, built a new shop. It's got a few play toys in it.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can come out and play this year.
Yeah. Well, are you? Do you have any plans of racing anymore? You think?
Yeah, I have 2 legend cars.
Yeah.
That are sitting dormant right now, waiting for this time.
Yeah.
Being adults first. We're just gonna go play and have some fun when we can. My daughter's playing softball. She's real big into that right now. So, so that takes up most of the time.
Yeah.
And we recently started a business, so that's taken a lot of other time up too. But
so tell us a little bit about that then.
Me and my brother started a business, 87 Customs. we make custom leather patch hats.
Mhm.
We also do work on tumblers. We got working on doing some laser engraving on those,
Mhm.
custom orders, businesses, race cars, numbers,
Yeah.
teams, stuff like that. So we're getting into that a little bit. But we're actually just adding on to the shop
Mhm.
for that business.
Yeah.
So we still have room to play with race cars.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty good thing to be into, and hopefully you can get the Legends car back out. And you know, Josh is. Do you know Sam
Mazzo?
Mazzo?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I
Yeah.
sure do.
He was on our show a little bit ago, and then he's, you know, I think he's kind of under Josh. You know, Josh helping him out a lot, Josh Mullins,
Yes, sir.
and they had a pretty good, successful year last year. You know.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They I went and watched Sam. I've met Sam quite a few times and
Mm-hmm.
been around him. Great kid. He's very talented.
Mm-hmm.
And I've known Josh for
Oh, your whole life?
my whole
probably.
life. Yeah, you know.
Because I've known him probably almost 30 years now. We talked about
Yeah.
that, you know, and he's not
Yeah.
that old. So
Yeah,
I've known him since he was just a little kid.
yeah, he was around in the go-kart days. Dad was building some of their stuff at first, and then you know, with legend cars and the
Yeah.
super trucks, so I've known Josh for a while.
Yeah.
He had a lot of success last year. He ended up winning the Masters Championship,
Yeah,
national championship, so that was a great feat for him.
yeah.
And I know they was in Florida this
They
last
spent like
week.
a week down
Yeah.
there and ran
the-
that winter series.
the Winter Nationals.
Yeah.
I think they did all right. I wasn't able to watch all the races this year like I was
Yeah.
in the past, but I tried to keep up with them. I think they had some good showings, but I also think they had some bad luck as well.
Yeah, I think they did. Well, listen, we want to thank you for coming and being on
Hey,
the show
no
this
problem
week.
at all.
And hopefully we'll be able to see you at the races. Maybe you can come watch us some and help and get your Legends car out.
Oh yeah.
And get to racing a little bit. And you know, we want to thank all of our sponsors: Anderson Concrete, Cabin Creek Log Homes. If you need any concrete done, call John Anderson, Bonaqua. He's the greatest. He's the best there is. And Cabin Creek Log Homes, you need any log home work or cypress beams, porch beams, we sell those. Big Machine Spike Coolers, thanks a lot to Scott Barchetta and Big Machine Spike Coolers, our sponsor on the sprint car. And if you want to have a drink, go get some Big Machine. And we really appreciate y'all tuning in this week. Thank you so much, and treat your neighbors good. We'll see you next week. Thank you.